Hello everyone, I am Zero Dragon 12, also known as Anthony from the Squirrels Quadcast, and I am slowly turning this channel into a card game Let's Play channel, one Let's Play at a time. This is Chronicle, Runescape Legends. Now I know what you're thinking. This is just another card game based off of a popular MMO, just to cash in on the Hearthstone craze. And, well, yes, it is a collectible card game, and yes, it's based on an MMO. I assure you it is completely different. Now, before we get into the actual game, I have a bit of a history with RuneScape, and I'm sure a lot of the other Squadcast members do too. In fact, I think Jocelyn and Scott both used to play RuneScape as well. I started playing RuneScape in about the waning years of my 4th grade, and up until maybe 7th, 8th grade. Yeah, I played for like a few years. I played purely free-to-play, and I almost beat every single quest in the free-to-play mode back then. The only quest that to this day evaded me, or continues to evade me, is the Dragon Slayer quest. Of course, all these years later, I've yet to go back to RuneScape, even though they have released the classic build for free. You can still play it if you make an account. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's because I'm so busy. Yeah, this is probably going to go up after. This is going to pretty much replace Magic Duels when Magic Duels finishes. Because, of course, at the time I'm recording this, I'm only halfway through Chandra's quest line. In terms of uploads, of course, I've finished the entire base game of Magic Duels, and I have no intention, as of this point, to cover the 2 DLCs right now. Mainly because I haven't played the cards for Magic Duels, and I honestly have no intention of covering it, because that's just going to be more of a pain in the ass. This is just, I don't know if I'm going to be doing like all the single player stuff. I think I'm just going to mostly do like 1 or 2 videos on it, just to show that it's completely different from Hearthstone. Yeah, it actually is really different from Hearthstone. So I'm going to take you guys through the tutorial. Now, as you can see, this has a very storybook-esque kind of aesthetic to it. And of course, Hearthstone does it too, with the book opening up whenever you launch the game. But notice how the background pops up, and notice how there are 4 slots. Okay, so this is a basic creature card. It has health, attack, and a coin reward. Huh. So does this mean that I need to pay 3 coins to play it? For this card specifically, no. Okay, so this is a support card. This one costs gold. So pretty much what's going on is you're pretty much building your own adventure. So this specifically has a coin cost and a reward. So this, for example, it will give you one extra base attack. And this is a health reward. This will give you 3 extra health. So notice how... Okay, so these are the legend stats. You play as a legend, pretty much. You start off with 30 health, and 2 attack, and 0 coins. And pretty much what you're going to go from every chapter. Of course, there's your rival stats. And this is your hand, blah blah blah. So pretty much what you want to do is pretty much go from this side of the board to that side of the board, and you are going to encounter you're pretty much placing down your encounters. So pretty much what you're doing is building up your character. So at the end of the game, you and your opponent's character will be fighting it out, reducing each other's health to 0. This is not like Hearthstone at all. Hearthstone, of course, and Magic the Gathering and most collectible card games have you playing directly against your opponent. But here you're playing directly against yourself. You're playing for yourself. You're going to be building up your very own character, and you're pretty much duking at the end. So let's see. So you can only play 4 cards each turn, in for 5 turns, pretty much. So if I 2 health, 2 attack. Let's do this guy. So when you play a card, it will go in the order that you click them. So once you play once you fill up all 4, in fact, you don't even have to. You can play as many as you want for your adventure. But once you're ready, notice how everything looks like it's like those miniatures for like D&D or something. So pretty much you're going on your adventure and you can kill opponents. You can kill the cards that you put on the field for the reward that they give you, and your opponent will be doing the same. So pretty much you and your opponent are going on your very own customized adventure, and at the end you're going to see how strong your character is in comparison to your opponents. And yes, you could actually kill yourself if you are not careful. So of course, pretty much, you want to deplete your opponent's health. There are cards that allow you to pretty much damage your opponent directly, and they have the same to you. But at the end of the game, at the end of 5 rounds, there's a free-for-all where it's just you and your opponent's miniatures duking it out until the very end. So, if you weren't paying attention, I wasn't able to play this support card because I didn't have the gold for it. But I could actually line up my rewards so that I will have enough cards to play the support when I reach it. And of course, this of course finishes the first chapter. There are 5 chapters, as I've said, and at the end of it, you will be fighting your opponent directly, without the aid of cards. Now, each turn you automatically draw 3 cards. This, of course, is an armor reward. This will of course give you an extra armor buff, which will take damage. Well, it'll take 4 extra damage before it starts taking down your heart. And another reward that we'll be seeing will be an armor reward. Of course, this is an effect. This is normal. Of course, notice I only have 3 cards. Even though there's 4 slots, I could do that. So what I'm going to do is, since I have, yes, there's a maximum of 10 cards. I'm going to face the armored zombie first because it has 3 health and I have 3 attack, and it only does 1 attack. So I'm going to go and put this stun down first, draw this guy, and get my 7 health back. So now I get 4 extra health, 4 extra damage, and now I'll draw a card, and then I'll pay 2 coins to get 7 health. I can only have a maximum of 30 health. I can't have 31. I can't have 40. I can only have a maximum of 30 hearts. But the armor here will pretty much dictates that I have 34 health, even though my max hearts are 30. And of course, you can play maximum 4 cards, but you can play less than that. And in fact, my opponent for the first chapter did not play any cards. Dragon Longsword. This is a weapon reward. This pretty much says that I get 5 extra attack for 3 turns. So this I have 2, and then I'll get that, and then Battle Rival. So this is one of the cards that pretty much says that I can deal direct damage. At this one I have 8 because I will have the Dragon Longsword, which gives me 5 extra damage plus my 3, and I'll do 8 damage directly to my opponent, and then I draw a card. So let's see how this plays out. And of course remove weapon, but I don't have any weapons, so and then I get my Dragon Longsword. That'll be great. Of course she can do the same to me because we're battling, so she will deal damage to me. Not gonna lie, do not remember the Wizard's Tower south of Lumbridge resembling that, but okay. Anyways. So throw this one down first. Strike Rifle. So this is pretty much like I deal damage, but they can't do anything to me. So, how many coins does this give me? God damn it, text box. Ooh. This gives me 3. I'm assuming that gives me 1. Fine. I'll get the extra health. And of course, as you noticed, after 3 turns, my Dragon Longsword has disappeared. So I no longer have an extra buff of 5 attack. And now we're into the final chapter, and should be interesting. I think I'll do this. So this gives me 5 coins. And then get my Addy armor. So I get coin and I get 3 extra turns of combat of a boss. So now this is like pretty much the final fight. And of course I clearly won. And in the background you can actually see your opponent get completely devastated when they lose. So, pretty much, and of course they magically disappear, but as you can see from the tutorial, this is actually completely different from Hearthstone, where you're pretty much playing cards directly on the field and directly attacking your opponent or counterattacking. But as I said before, you're actually crafting your own adventure with cards and then facing at each other at the end. Now, if we go to solo play, you notice that there are pretty much 3 different difficulties: bronze, silver, gold, and you can face off against. As of right now, there's only 5 classes: the mage, the thief, the tank, the blacksmith, and the vampire. Has Runescape always spelled vampire with a Y? Oh, didn't notice that. As you can see, I already played 2 rounds against, and I won against the mage and the thief. And of course, beating one will unlock one of bronze will unlock silver, and beating one of silver will unlock gold. Of course, in casual play, you can choose, as long as you've defeated them, you will get their card deck. Of course, you start off with the tank, and you defeat the mage. In the tutorial, I've already defeated the thief in a practice run, so I unlock his deck. Now, of course, like Hearthstone, there are also daily quests to win copper. And of course, there's rank, but you get ranked at level 5. Of course, I clicked this earlier, but I don't think I kept that in the recording. This is the shop, so pretty much you can get a booster pack for 1,000 copper. Get platinum. You buy platinum at the Jagex shop. You can get card backs, but those also cost platinum. So the only thing that's really of note was the booster pack. And of course, this is your collection. And you obviously, like Hearthstone, you have cards that are very specific for each class, and you have a deck builder. I haven't played around with the deck builder yet. I'll probably cover that in a different video. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire basics of Chronicle. Anyways, if you like the commentary, you're new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to. Let me know if I should do more videos on Chronicle, if I should show off like all the basic card decks or whatever, and like face off at the very least against all the bronze solo play modes. Yeah, I don't see myself doing ranked matches for Chronicle. Not that I have anything against it, I just don't like playing competitive. I've never been a fan of competitive gaming. I mean, if you like it, go for it. Yeah, I've never been a fan of playing games competitively. But yeah, no, if you want me to play more Chronicle, show off how its differences in comparison to other traditional card games, or if you want to see a traditional card game in action, you can check out my Magic Duels Origins Let's Play, also on this channel. Yeah. This has been Zero Dragon 12. See you guys later.